Let's talk about one of the biggest, if not the biggest, sources of stress for couples: money. But what if I told you the solution isn't about pinching every penny or having endless, painful budget meetings? Today, we're going to look at a totally different way of thinking that could really change how you and your partner build a life together. Welcome to Ditta Finance, where we talk honestly about money, relationships, and real life.
Does this sound familiar at all? On paper, you're doing great. You've got a good income, maybe a house, you're even saving money, but somehow that constant tension around spending just lingers. It's this super frustrating feeling, right? And trust me, you are definitely not alone in this.
So here's the big secret. The real problem usually isn't about how much money you have. It's about something deeper. It's the fact that you and your partner are probably working from two completely different and often unspoken ideas of what a happy, successful life even looks like.
To really dig into this, we're going to lean on some incredible concepts from author Ramit Sethi and his book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. He's figured out that the core issue is that most couples have never, ever actually sat down to define what their version of a rich life is, together.
Okay, so let's just imagine a couple, right? They make the exact same amount of money. For partner A, living a rich life means experiences. It means traveling every year, eating at amazing restaurants, driving a nice car. But for partner B, rich means security. It means having zero debt, a huge emergency fund, and living a much simpler day-to-day life. Now, neither of these is wrong, but if you don't talk about it, you're basically steering the same ship in two completely different directions.
So, how do you actually fix this? Well, it all starts with this really powerful idea. You have to get on the same page. You have to define as a team what your ideal life really is. And this is the definition at the heart of it all. See, a rich life isn't about having a seven-figure bank account. It's about being incredibly intentional. It's about you two deciding what brings you the most joy, and then spending lavishly on that while being absolutely ruthless about cutting costs on everything else.
What this looks like in practice is a total game changer. It's about having shared clarity and being able to spend on the things you love without an ounce of guilt. It's not about one person having to give up everything they love, or one person controlling all the money, or constantly having to justify every little purchase to each other.
And that brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most important part of this whole process. I want you to forget about the spreadsheets for a minute. Forget the budgeting apps. The real work, the stuff that actually matters, starts with a conversation that, believe it or not, most couples never actually have.
Just start with this. This isn't really a money question, is it? It's a vision question. Seriously, think about it. Does your perfect day together involve a five-star restaurant? Or is it a quiet hike in the woods? Or maybe it's just having friends over for a backyard barbecue. The answer tells you so much about what you both truly value.
Okay, next up, you define what security means to you. Is it knowing you can handle a sudden medical bill without blinking? Is it being absolutely sure your retirement is taken care of? Or maybe it's having the freedom to help out your family if they need it. When you get aligned on this, a massive amount of anxiety just melts away.
And now, the really fun part. This question is all about finding your shared passions. What are the things that you are both excited to spend extravagantly on? Maybe it's amazing vacations. Maybe it's high-quality organic food, or funding a shared hobby. When you agree on these, that's the key that unlocks guilt-free spending.
Now, did you notice something? Not one of those questions was about how can we cut back on coffee or should we cancel a streaming service. This whole thing is a top-down approach. You agree on the big life vision first, and you'll be amazed at how those little arguments about tiny expenses just disappear.
All right, so once you've had that big, important conversation and you know what your shared vision is, you can build a super simple system to make it all happen. This is how you turn those values and dreams into something that works automatically, in the background, without you having to think about it.
And here's the beautifully simple three-step plan. First, you add up and agree on all your fixed costs, the boring stuff like rent, utilities, and insurance. Second, you create your guilt-free spending buckets based on that values conversation we just talked about. And third, you automate everything else. Savings, investments, bills, it all just happens. Your money management becomes predictable and, honestly, kind of boring, which is exactly what you want.
When you put this system into place, something really incredible starts to happen. Money stops being this thing you fight about, and it becomes a tool you use together. You're on the same team working to build the exact same life that you both designed.
And the benefits here are just huge. The trust between you skyrockets because you're both being open and working towards the same things. Resentment starts to fade away because nobody's keeping score anymore. You stop being opponents in some kind of financial tug-of-war, and you actually become partners.
I think this quote from Ramit Sethi just sums it all up perfectly. The point isn't to be a flawless financial robot. The point is to be conscious and deliberate with your choices so that your money is actively helping you live the life you want to live together. So that's our look at this philosophy. The real work for you, though, starts right now with a conversation. So I'll just leave you with this question to take to your partner. What does your shared rich life really look like? If this was helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe to Ditta Finance for more, and share this with your partner to get that conversation started. Thanks for watching.